I like to say when I run around the Episcopal Church, if it ain't about love, it ain't about God. You know, the truth is, whether one is religious or secular, deep down, every one of us, I don't care who you are, we just want to be loved. I don't care who we are. We want to be loved. We want to be accepted. And we want to be cared for. And at our best, we know that we were put here to love and to accept others and to care for others. When I was a little boy, I remember my daddy used to tell us sometimes when we were, I guess, having selfish moments, he used to say, you know, the Lord didn't put you here just to consume the oxygen. You know, it's not just about what I can get and acquire. It's actually about what I can give and do that actually makes a difference in the lives of others and in the life of the world. We're not here just to consume oxygen. And so I think this has nothing to do with whether somebody's religious or secular. This has to do with, are you human? It's about being human. I have a feeling it was the message of love actually connected in your life. Who are the people who actually helped to shape you or helped to shape me for the better? They've been people who've looked beyond themselves and saw something in you. And try, whether it was a teacher or a parent or a pastor or you know, a coach, I mean, it could be a whole lot, but somebody who believed in you and was willing to reach out and help you become, they didn't have to push themselves up, but to help you, that's love. That's what love, and so I would submit that disciplined, organized, and mobilized love has always been the only force that has ever changed anything. If you look at Jesus of Nazareth, I'm not talking about what the church has often said about him, or I'm not talking about what the culture says about him. Look at the Jesus of Nazareth in the New Testament. This is the guy who even got a Mahatma Gandhi who actually said, well, I mean, I can follow this Jesus. I don't know about these Christians, but I can follow this Jesus. This Jesus is a compelling figure. He's got something to say. I mean, we sometimes forget that. Jesus of Nazareth inspired a movement of a group of his followers who eventually turned their world upside down. They became a community. They were all native-born, mostly Palestinian Jewish folk. And yet they realized that the way of Jesus actually called them to include people who were beyond their own natural kinfolk. And they created what we would now call a diverse, multicultural, multi-ethnic community that included rich folk and poor folk, slave folk and free folk. I mean, it is stunning. They did, this is before the Magna Carta, before universal declarations of human rights, before the French Revolution, before the American Revolution. They created a community and a society of freedom, equality, and brother and sisterhood. They did it following Jesus. Man, that's a message. If the opposite of love is selfishness, and I really do believe that it is, selfishness is the most destructive force in the universe.
In the universe.
In the universe. And it will be unbridled selfishness that could destroy the earth itself. That's how toxic. And I think deep inside, we know selfishness, hatred, bigotry, violence, this is not the way. The truth is, we know deep inside that in the end, love is the only way that has the capacity to save us all. It's the only way that ever has.